Hey, in this month's issue, one of my favorite magazines, Backwoodsman. Okay, the Backwoodsman magazine's got Cody on the cover. Woo! And Cody's cool house. You know, I've already seen that. Anyway, we got like 4 pages interview in here on Cody. Okay, really cool stuff. One of the things they talk about is survival school instructors. And one of the questions is, what should people look for if interested in receiving survival instructions? Now, these are Cody's words, not mine. It's out of the magazine. Cody says, look for credibility. If you're going to get an operation from a surgeon, you wouldn't base the decision on how many YouTube videos they put up. Okay? Go around and ask like your life depends on it. Well, when you're reading survival instruction, I guess your life does depend on it, doesn't it? He also states back in the 1990s when I started in the early 1990s, I was aware of lying back then. Lying is not unique just because of the uncertainty of 2012, the return of Elvis, or whatever the hell it is. Okay? So he's aware of people lying about their survival skills and stuff like that. In his book, 98.6 Degrees, and on his website, CodyLending.com, you can go to, he talks about, in his book, 98.6 Degrees, on page 213, he also gives out a brochure, and you can look at things on his website, things to ask instructors and schools. Okay? A couple of main things, right here I'm reading, a couple of main things, the kind of resume do they have, and what kind of lifestyle do they maintain? You can cross-reference this with photos. Word of mouth is very powerful. If someone claims to have 20 years of experience and no one in the industry has heard of them, they're probably full of it. Another thing to realize, and this is right out of this magazine, another thing to realize is just because someone's popular on television does not give them the credibility of anything except for being on television. That is a real problem and has been for many years. You know, from me to you. Let's look at it this way. And I have talked about this before with survival schools and stuff like that. And let me point out first, I am not a survival instructor. Okay, I never considered myself one. Never considered myself an expert at anything. Okay, except for yelling at people. I did that for a living. 20 years in the service, I yelled at people. I yelled a lot. I was really good at yelling at people. You know. Anyway, I'm not an instructor. I don't consider myself one. Even though I'm going down to the school with my sister and that, I will be a guest speaker. Big difference between guest speaker and instructor. Okay? As far as experts go, I don't believe in the word expert. I'll tell you why. Experts are somebody who knows everything about a subject. I don't care if you're a chemist. There are new things that happen every day. We learn new things so fast in this world, and technology and history and other things, that we are just learning things left and right. They're bringing up new things all the time. Well, if you're learning new things, you can't be an expert in the field now, can you? Because if you're an expert, you know it all. And since we're finding out new things, nobody's an expert via the definition. Definition is an expert, someone who knows everything about everything, or everything about their subject. Well, guess what? If you learn something new, you didn't know everything. So how are you an expert? Just my 2 cents on that. Now, survival schools. Here we go. Survival schools. Credibility. Find out about the person. Find out about the school. Check with other people who have been to the school. Check with people in the area who know about the school. Now, from me to you, what I can tell you is, if you go to survival school, learn about the area you're going to be in. Okay? If you're going to go and learn from John Campbell. Okay, John Campbell, wonderful instructor, got a great school. I know this for a fact. Great school out in Arizona. Okay? Arizona Bushman is what you can look him up under. John Campbell, you can look him up under. Okay? Great school. He knows the desert. Okay? He knows what he's doing. You can find out about his past by talking with him, finding out things about him. Now, if I wanted to learn about the desert environment, I would go to him. Myself, I would go to him. Would I go to Cody? Well, I'd go to John. Okay, because I just like the way John and I talk back and forth. I think I would learn more with John. That's just me. Now, if I wanted to learn about Florida and the Everglades or something like that and surviving down there, I wouldn't ask John, because John doesn't live there. Okay? I wouldn't ask Bushcraft Bartons. If I want to learn about Canada, I'd say, hey, Mike, would you be interested in teaching me about the Canadian, North and all this kind of stuff? I'd want to know somebody in the area, or say, Mike, do you know somebody who's got a school up there that would be able to teach me? Because I need to find out about that area. But they've been there for a while, okay? Mike's been in Canada. John's been in Arizona, okay? Other people got other schools. There's an Ohio school here. I forget the name of it, but there's a school up here in Ohio. They're here established in Ohio, okay? I wouldn't go to somebody who just started out, who just opened up their school, who just did this. I want to know somebody who's been there, done that, those different things. That's my opinion. That is what I would do. Not saying that somebody who just opened a school is less knowledgeable. You need to find out and investigate that person. They may have just opened a school, and they might be the smartest guy around on our area. So you'd want to check them out. Credibility as a person is a big plus. What they know. Check out their friends. Find out. They got resumes. They got people you can talk to. You're gonna want to know. And when they start a school, they will have people you can check with in the area that know them, know the school, know those kind of things. My brother-in-law, okay, lived there all his life. Knows everybody in that town. Knows everybody in that area. That's why he's opening this up to help out the community. Now remember, that's not a survival school. That's a community thing down there. So it's going to be survival, bushcraft, community, helping out the town, help being there, all those kinds of training people about the area they live in. Hey, I'm a Kentucky boy. I know a lot about the stuff in Kentucky. I know somewhat about it here in Ohio. I've been in southwest Ohio for like 9-10 years now, okay? So I know this area here too. Not great, but I know this area. I go up to the Great Lakes, lake effect snow, lake effect rain, stuff like that. I'm not real good on that. And it's going to cause a difference. You go down in the mountains, it's going to cause a difference. I guarantee you there are going to be plants down there in Tennessee that I don't know. There are going to be things I have to deal with in Tennessee that I don't know. There's going to be some crossover. Yes, there will be. All over the United States and all over the world, there will be some crossover. If you want to learn about the true jungle, you wouldn't go to just Florida. You go see Giuliano down in Brazil and learn about the jungle, okay? Or you go to somebody over in Asia and learn about the jungle, okay? Just because you learn about the desert in Arizona doesn't mean you're going to be the same about the desert over in, Africa. It's not going to be the same kind of desert. It's going to be somewhat different. But there's going to be some crossover stuff. So if you're going to learn about an area, you need to learn about it from the people that are there and who have been there. Okay? If I wanted to learn about England and stuff, I'd go over and see Foggy and a couple other people over that way, and I'd learn from them how you deal with stuff in England. Because as far as I understand, it rains a lot over there. That's what he always tells me. What's it doing today? It's raining. Dang, yeah, but it rains a lot over there. Stuff like that. Investigate the schools. Investigate the people. Watch out before you spend your hard-earned money. Find out about different things. All right? You get a chance, Backwoodsman Magazine, really cool articles with Cody, and like I said, one of my favorite magazines. It's got so many different things. The magazine for the 21st century frontiersman. There's so many cool things in here. And anyway, that's it for this time around. Survival schools, do your homework.